behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Got another awesome interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, don't forget there's that subscribe button and the bell if you haven't clicked it already. And anytime a new interview and episode comes your way, you'll be notified. And fill out the comment section on the bottom if you'd like to. We'd love to hear from you. We're on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And you can follow us there, send us an inbox, comment on everything you see. We'd love to hear from you there. And also we'd love to hear from you by email. So if you'd like to send us an email, it's paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist that want to be on the show, just send us an email and we'll tell you how to do that. But if you're just simply a fan, you can send us an email there too, and we'll talk to you there. And all this is going to be repeated at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Richmond, Virginia today, we have Daniel Kensy, and he's an awesome artist, and you'll see the song at the end of the interview. And we're going to get to that right now. All right, everybody, it's interview time as promised, and with us from Richmond, Virginia, we have Danny Kensy today. Thanks for joining us, Danny.
Hey, Paul, nice to be on the show here, and I appreciate you taking your time.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit about the backstory about how you decided you wanted to become an artist, because as you know, everybody has their own story. I bet you got a good story for us.
Yeah, well, it's not really a good story. It's something really amazing or exciting. But no, I started at a young age. My parents put 5 of us into piano lessons at 3 years old, and I stuck with it. I'm a keyboard player. I loved music at a young age. I love singing. I love writing. I went through high school with that, and then college, VCU, becoming a performing arts major. So I was schooled in opera. I was an opera singer, but the only country music opera singer they probably had. So I was not finding a great major in music, and I switched back and forth in VCU music, and that's how my life started with music. Just kept on with it all those years.
Okay, well that is kind of a great story. Regardless, I'm glad you chose what you're doing. I hope you'll keep doing it in the future, and you'll have many years ahead of you.
That is the plan, longevity. So I'll do it when I'm 155. We'll see what happens.
Well, what are some of the artists you looked up to when you were growing up? I mean, I'm sure there's a few artists that you loved and helped inspire you to be the way you are.
Yeah, my mom was a big Willie Nelson fan, and she loved the classic country like that, John Denver and Merle Haggard. And I like those. I love those artists. I love Willie Nelson and all those guys. And but my favorite one when I really started to write and to do my own thing was a guy named Hal Ketchum. And Hal Ketchum was a fantastic writer and singer. He had a big hit called "Small Town Saturday Night," and really grew on me his writing style. Between him and David Lee Murphy and Brad Paisley, all these guys that could write and just perform, and the kind of songs they wrote, I loved them. I loved them all, and it's just it kind of grew with me, and their style of writing and performing, and that's what I try to do now.
Hmm. Yeah, those are pretty good. Matter of fact, you mentioned Hal Ketchum. I've got the first song I thought of was "Small Town Saturday Night." I remember that song years ago, and you mentioned John Denver too. He obviously was a legend, and Willie obviously. Well, everybody out there might be thinking to themselves, "I want to get your music, and I want to follow you on all those social media sites." Tell everybody how we can do that.
Okay, go down to your local Dollar Tree or Dollar General, and you can find my CDs on the 50-cent rack. No,
Okay.
I tell you, when you go, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. CDs at shows. I still sell those,
Hmm.
and they're becoming like dinosaurs now. They all, people just are downloading and streaming. So if you go to my website, which is Danny Kensy, KENSY.com, you'll find everything there. I'm on Spotify, of course, Pandora. There's Apple Music. All these places you can find it. Just punch in my name, and I'm sure something will come up there for music. It might be something come up there with the police report, but find the music thing first. You'll be all right.
Okay. And I know you're on Facebook, but are you on any other social media sites besides Facebook that
Oh
people?
yeah, yeah. It's all those great things: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Probably some more I have no idea about. Maybe even MySpace back in the day.
Yeah, not too many people think about MySpace anymore. It's pretty much an old one. I mean, I know it's still around, but so anyway, go out there and check your favorite streaming sites and download Danny Kinsy's music. I know he will love you for that, and be sure to follow him on those social media platforms. And again, I know he would love you for that as well. And we're going to get to this song right now. It's called "The Thing About Boats." It's a very interesting song. Tell us the story behind that. Maybe it might be self-explanatory, but tell us in your own words the story about this song.
Well, there's really no story about it except that I love writing fun songs. This is a song, and I usually write a lot with some co-writers and friends. This is one I wrote all by myself. I'm so proud of it, and but this is a fun tune, kind of based, like I said before, Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley loves to write fun songs and interesting songs. This one is just one of those things that it's fun. It's a fun tune. It's still a summer tune, and I just had a good time doing it. And this one took me 15, 20 minutes to write, and it was done. So I was happy for it.
Hmm. Okay. Well, like I said, I know everybody out there is getting ready to watch this video, and we'll get to that in just a second. But thank you, Danny, for being on the show. We enjoyed having you. We'd love to have you back sometime if you got anything new to plug for us.
Yeah, Paul, thank you very much. And in my life, there's always something going on. So who knows? We'll
Okay.
see you. Hopefully, see you very soon.
Okay. Well, let's get right to the thing about boats, and it starts right now.
You can tow them, you can troll them, use them anytime if you own them. Catch and raise up and down the coast, that's the good thing about boats. That party's on them, girls get upon them, making every single guy want one. 2 wooden paddles or 4 big strokes, that's the good thing about boats. Sun's out, it's time to anchor down and get those bums out. Topside's the best view around. When you're docking, you get to rocking, we won't come knocking. Tie 'em off to the end of a rope, that's the good thing about boats. Sun's out, it's time to anchor down and get those bums out. Topside's the best view, no doubt. Let's get to hitching, I got an itching to do a whole lot of fishing. Live well full of bear, mouth full of scope, that's the good thing about boats. What floats out here stays out here, we all hope. That's the good thing about boats. Hey, it's gonna float down the water, maybe catch me a bobber. Now, drink me a bottle, run full throttle.